Alright, let's dive into something that's been on my mind lately, and I think it's going to spark some interesting conversations. Imagine this: a high-profile NFL coach, someone who's used to calling the shots, suddenly finds himself on the other side of a concussion diagnosis. That's exactly what happened to Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers coach, after a car accident in July 2026. But here's the twist: this isn't just another injury story. It's a moment that could reshape how we think about head injuries in sports. So let's break this down. First off, what makes this really interesting is Shanahan's newfound perspective. He's gone from being someone who sympathizes with players dealing with concussions to someone who empathizes. Personally, I think this is huge. It's one thing to understand something intellectually, but it's another entirely to live it. Shanahan's experience isn't just about physical recovery, it's about the mental and emotional toll of not knowing if you'll ever feel normal again. That uncertainty. It's terrifying. And now he gets it on a level he never could before. One thing that immediately stands out is how Shanahan's experience challenges the way we label concussions. He mentions how terms like mild or severe can be misleading. From my perspective, this is a critical point. We often think of injuries in black and white terms, but concussions are anything but. Each one is unique, and the impact can vary wildly from person to person. What this really suggests is that we need to move beyond these simplistic labels and start treating concussions with the complexity they deserve. What many people don't realize is how deeply this connects to broader issues in sports culture. Players often feel pressured to hide their symptoms, tank cognitive tests, or rush back onto the field. Shanahan's experience could be a turning point here. If you take a step back and think about it, having a coach who's been through it could encourage players to prioritize their health without fear of losing their spot on the team. This raises a deeper question: could Shanahan's empathy lead to systemic changes in how teams handle head injuries? A detail I find fascinating is how Shanahan's accident highlights the importance of having a robust support system in place. He mentions how the NFL's protocols and experienced staff were a lifeline for him. But here's the thing: not every player or coach has access to the same level of care. This raises a broader perspective. If a high-profile figure like Shanahan struggled with the uncertainty of recovery, imagine what it's like for athletes in less visible sports or with fewer resources. It's a stark reminder of the inequities in sports medicine. Personally, I think Shanahan's experience is a wake-up call for the entire sports industry. It's not just about improving protocols, it's about changing the culture. We need to stop treating concussions as just another part of the game and start seeing them for what they are: potentially life-altering injuries. Shanahan's newfound empathy could be the catalyst for that shift, but it's going to take more than one person's perspective to make it happen. So here's my closing thought: what if Shanahan's experience becomes a turning point, not just for the 49ers, but for the entire NFL? What if it inspires coaches, players, and fans to rethink how we approach head injuries? It's a big what if, but I think it's worth considering. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about one coach's recovery, it's about the health and safety of every athlete out there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.